This region is known as the Canuck Stones. You can't find a harder place in the world. Super effective. The day is wasting. Time to get to it. Ah, the Gnote pen. Look at those notices on the board. Too bad the Gnotes couldn't read them. If you wander, once the power ran out, it made sense. Powered. Watch your step here, and you might find tracks of another traveler. Let's see. Nooks isn't an easy language, but at least it's manageable. She says she is so happy to see you again. She wonders if you remember her. She's Noko. She let you ride her MEKAMJUT when you were a kid. Noko remembers you used to chase around with so much energy and is glad to see you haven't lost any of that spark. But that's all long gone now, though. Memories show us where we've been, not where we're going. Believes everyone needs direction in this broken world. Your only hope is that you'll end up in a good place once all this is over. Noko remembers those days too, but she never lets herself wallow in them, no matter how tempting that can be. She sees you're back to buck with Lupa Lupin. Can't see how there's any way to avoid that now. Not for long, at least. She says the horrors of your younger days were enough to ruin anyone, but not you. You've got all that cheer about you still. Noko says history is like the trail you've been on. You can walk back down it any time you like, until it's worn smooth. But you get to blaze your own trail from here. Then you are stronger than her. She can't help wanting Lupa Lupin to pay for what he did to her Gnotes, despite the fact it's against her nature.
It's like the whole world is glowing.
Shine like that and the dark disappears.
Now that's the right idea, Dark. Just disappear.
You know, I'm starting to think you don't like me.
I don't!
Asks how many paths you've wandered in the world, and if you ever wonder about what might have changed if you'd taken different ones. You can't do everything you want, can't go everywhere, can't see everything, only what you can. So happy the world is going to live, would have been crushed to see all the Gnotes die with it. Likes that you stood up for the world and spurred your way toward helping it out. Glad you saw the light with the myriad. They always bring a sparkliness to any day. And some says that's only for a little while, and when your eyes clear, you see everything even better than before. But let's not speak of that now. She has an idea where the MEKAMJUT might have gone, as there's no other place it likes as much as its own corner of the open wild. She's even named it the MEKAMJUT Meadow.
Monibasa, Bendrine Senema, Narolute.
The Majut will recognize the scent you've attracted while being here, so it'll probably trust you enough to follow you.
Dere?
You should lead the Majut back here when you find it. It's going to take time to get it calm enough to be able to ride out to the World Eater.
Domale tuk, dere? Arialoche nui mumera.
She's sad that something as wild as the hoof puff can't be tamed, but has to come to terms with the fact that you need to stop it. Found it! Even under all the muck in the Gnot pen. Hard to believe the Gnotes didn't trample it. They seem faster than you, and don't forget that when you ride them, they do all the work to keep you moving. You should keep moving. Can't let those Gnotes blaze the trails for you. Even the feel of the air changes as you go underground. Wood scrap's great for building things. You found the Majut meadow. Watch out for the Majut. Good hit. This might be the end of everything as we know it. Now that the Majut is back in the pen, it seems calm, but Noko is still concerned.
Aplitonumuta.
She says the Majut is still anxious, but fortunately she knows just the thing it needs to calm down.
Ganoruta. Polakudo.
The Majut once found and ate a bonbon gummy by mistake, and that the chewing really calmed it down.
Aplitonumuta. Amu. Dropalo.
She says that you should find some bonbon gummies for the Majut by the crossway. At least, that's where she found some last time.
Amu. Kala. Dropalo.
It's easy to describe. A crossway is where roads meet in a knot and merge. This one is in Sector 7J, if you're familiar with Out-of-Date's map. A critic. Everything seems to take longer at night. The right key could open this. Cranks like these usually need to be wound to operate the dispenser. What you see is what you get. Once it's out of the blind box, that is. You flick the switches in order to green-light the current and activate the electrons in the panel. Good. The loop is electrified enough to spark. Maybe it's later than you think. Hard to tell at night. Impressed you met out of it. With its attention diverted to the chewy bonbon gummy, the Majut calms down. But Noko is still concerned. She's relieved the Majut has calmed down, but you'll need a heavier sit-tight to ride it than the one she's got. The only sit-tight she can think of that would be heavy enough is one she's spotted mounted on an old-world MEKAMJUT. If she remembers correctly, she spotted it at the Smilo shopperia while scavenging for treats for the gnotes. That's not so far away. Seems the old world had plenty to offer, an all-in-one place for those obsessed with material things. Almost too much, if you ask her. Such a bright day to wander around in. The Smilo shopperia. Guess shopping here put a smile on your face. Stop. The antenna needs to be pointed in the right direction. As the eye box broadcasts, it's hit or miss, but when it's locked. There's so much more below the ground. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. Disgusting. Biohazard. Just gross. Now hold on, sit tight. Isn't that the MEKAMJUT over there? You need to loosen the bolts without rattling the MEKAMJUT. That's it. The sit-tight is loose. Time to stop horsing around and get the sit-tight back to Noko. This story needs a hero. Now that the Majut's got a mouthful of bonbon gummy and the brand new sit-tight is in place, the Majut is ready to ride. Noko's been training another fantabulous little critter that'll hopefully become a distraction for the hoof puff when you confront it. She's called them glitter moths, and the best way to find them is to go talk to Mito. She's asked him to keep them somewhere safe. You'll find Mito at Bright Light. He's a light-headed fellow, but hopefully he'll remember where he stored the moths. She's noticed the front teeth seem to be a little loose, so you might be able to pull them out with the pull hook. Wonder where we can get some ride shoes for the mount. Let's see. With the world getting darker by the day, there's not much time left to save it. And even though you've just met, he feels you're bound to play a huge part in that. Figures that doesn't make it any less worth fighting. You've found your way through the darkness. You shine like the sun in the sky, but will you use that power to warm the world or burn it? Hopes you see how much good you can do with power like that, and how easy it is to let it drive you mad. No matter where your path takes you, though, it's important to remember where you came from. The past bright lights the present. Wonders if you know how much of an effect you've had upon the world. Your presence changes things like light changes darkness. Did you realize that when choosing where to shine? Figures that doesn't matter. You can't help but shine either way. So happy you know you're helping brighten the world. There's plenty of it that's still worth saving. Whatever happens to the world, you shone as bright as you could. That matters more than you know. Says you did the right thing in taking up with the Myriad. They buy lots of his lamps. That's a tribe that believes in the bright things in the world. It's clear you do. Nothing shines as bright as being right. Says he can see by the twinkle in your eyes that you're not here to talk about your allies. He assumes you are here to be enlightened. He can't blame you, as everything just feels dark and hopeless these days. There's something about you, like you're knit together. Your fate's connected. What you've said, he feels too. So, why not call him Me Too? He senses you're like the dayfly, living every day like it's your last, afraid that when night comes, it might be proved right. Believes no one is entirely dark. Even the worst have a spark of good in them. Mito says he's not only into those who shine bright, he likes things that glitter too. He reckons you haven't seen a glitter moth, and says it's about time you did. Even though they're nesting near gone grass, they never run out of glow. Finding yourself a glitter moth would give you that glimmer of hope you need to continue all the way to the end. Glows with delight at your bright passion for the light.